Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another vintage cube draft, and this pack is medium, not great, but it has some good options. There's some solid mana in Is It Signet and Mox Diamond. I actually don't know which one I would take first there. And then there's Animate Dead. I have found Reanimator's open a lot. I don't really draft it that often, but Reanimator is open a lot, so I think that's the highest upside pick. I think I should just go with a Signet, though. This is probably the best Signet. Blue-red is a great color combination, and it's cheap, it's flexible. Yeah, we'll go with this. There's a world, like, if we then get past and Entomb, I'll regret not taking the Animate Dead, but I think, yeah. And also, in the dark, I think Is It Signet's better than Mox Diamond. The card disadvantage of this does matter, especially if the opponent, like, bounces it or does something like that. Ooh. Well, there's Remand, but I think I just gotta take the Fractured Identity here. I would love a Remand. I would take this over almost any card, frankly, but this card is just way too good to pass, so I will take it very happily. Okay, we have a Braid, Inferno Titan, Mystical Tutor, Force of Negation. Actually, this is just a great pack. Tolarian Academy, Fire Ice. I think I'm gonna go with a Force of Negation. We just passed Counter Magic, and this card is very, very good. Ooh, okay. Okay, I like where this is headed. Teferi and Fractured Identity is a good place to be. Very, very happy we didn't take the Animate Dead. Like, I don't even know what we take here. I guess he's in Pyromancer probably, but yeah, I'm very, very happy we are where we are. Now, we could pick up a Batter Skull, which would be good, especially if we got Stoneforge Mystic, or we could just take a Looter. I think I'm just going to take the Looter. It's not great, but I want to have my blue card count high, and it's not bad, especially if you have synergies like Delve cards or things like that. Okay. Here, we could, both of the white cards here are pretty medium. We could take Through the Breach. This is a somewhat late breach, and we do have some out towards red, or we could just take a Johnny Vengeance. I think I like taking a Johnny Vengeance a little bit more. This is looking more like it's going to be more of a control deck than a combo deck. I mean, I guess we could go for the breach thing, but we don't have anything to sneak into play, and yeah, I think I'd rather just take the Johnny here. Okay, here's Restoration Angel versus Lightning Strike. I think I'm going to go with a Strike here, actually. Red does look like it's going to be pretty open. Our mana is going to be dicey if we're 3 colors, so we need to prioritize fixing, but Is It Signet is a good start. Okay, I don't mind Unexpectedly Absent, but we're just taking Brainstorm here. We're hoping to get fetches, even though we don't have them yet, and it's a blue card, and it's just good. Wow, Animate Dead Wield. That's pretty funny since we almost first picked it. We could take the Wall of Omens, which is good, especially if we had the Resto. But I think I'm just supposed to take the Needle Spires here. At this point, I think it's fairly likely we're going to be splashing red and white, so fixing is good. Not too much for us here. Aggro is open, surprise, surprise. I kind of think I'm supposed to take the land. I guess I'll take Zergo. Like, there's a world where we somehow end up going into mono red, but like if our last 5 picks all happen to be like good mono red cards, that'll do something. Ooh, a Braid versus Fire Ice is really close. I don't think I wouldn't take the Mystical over either one. I want the blue card, but I'm actually gonna take the Braid. Having like cheap, yeah, it's just super flexible, super powerful, and being able to blow up artifacts can be really important. I'm so mad that they took Fiery Confluence out of the cube. I have no idea why they did that. Interesting. Seasoned Pyromancer could be good, maybe. It's tough on the mana, but if we can cast this, then this card would be really nice. And it does look like red is more open than white, so I do want to play this Fractured Identity to Teferi and Johnny, but we could maybe just go like blue-red splashing white rather than blue-white splashing red. Ooh, I like getting a Pyroclasm here. I think it will not start in the main deck, but there'll be some matchups where this is probably our best card. Sure, I'll take the land. And last pick, Electroman. It's sort of funny that it's in our colors. Actually, we might play it. It's really good with the Braid and Lightning Strike, and it's also fine with some other things too. Yeah, that's interesting. There's the Stoneforge, but we didn't take the Batter Skull. Oko and Mind Twist are both extremely powerful, but I don't really want to stretch my mana even thinner. I think I'm supposed to take the Vista here. This is great fixing, good with Brainstorm. Caracas is also reasonable, but if we're trying to be 3 colors, I think we really need to prioritize fixing when we can. Okay, how good is Mana Vault in this deck? Not very good. It's a good card overall. There's also a Signet, which is double on color, and a Fumarole. I think I'm just taking the Fumarole. Yeah, we're going to take the Fumarole. If the Signet wheels, that would be great, but I really want, like, this. I guess this is fixing as well, but I still think the mana base is good. And also, having 2 man lands is a nice backup plan. Maybe wheel Burst Lightning. So the best card in this pack is Liliana of the Veil, but I don't think I want that. It's really between the 2 blue cards here, Dig and Control Magic, and it's pretty close between the 2. I think I'm going to take the Control Magic. I do like Dig, and we have decent enablers for it with like Looter and stuff, but having 1 of this effect is really, really powerful. And if we had Treachery, then I would take the Dig, but I'll take the Control Magic. I also think Dig is slightly more likely to come around, and that would be awesome if it did. Okay, here we have Kiki Jiki, but we passed the resto. Incinerate, Spellseeker, Marsh Flats. Spellseeker grabs some things, but I think I'm just going to take the Marsh Flats. It doesn't help us yet, but we're really, really hoping to pick up a white dual land. Yeah, we'll go with this. Maybe wheel the Incinerate. Okay, now we have Stomping Ground. So if we take in the Oko, that could be okay, but we did not. I think we just take the Gideon here over Grim Monolith. Yeah, Gideon seems pretty good if we have the mana for it. Ooh, alright. Not passing the Plateau here. Not particularly close. Linvala would be a nice sideboard option, but Plateau is a great pickup. Okay, I like a Lightning Helix. That's pretty sweet. This is a perfect Helix deck. Ancient Grudge is probably the best card in this pack, and we could potentially do... No, we don't have any green fixing, but yeah, definitely taking this. I guess we could also take Pestermite and try and wheel the Kiki. But I think Helix... we don't need that. Kiki probably won't come around. It's hard on the mana, and Helix is genuinely a very good pickup for us. Okay, I think I'm going to take the Day of Judgment here over the Mizium Mortars. There'll be some matchups where this is one of our best cards. Yeah. High upside pick. Well, Stoneforge Wield. It is sad that we're not going to be getting the Batterskull. Yeah, it's probably just not worth it. I think we just pick up the Mirari Conjecture, which is actually quite good here. We can get back cheap interaction and then rebuy Fractured Identity. Yeah, this card actually seems very good. Ooh, well, there's a sword. There's actually, honestly, all 4 of these are reasonable considerations. Actually, not really the sword. Flick Wisp is great with the Mirari Conjecture. Burst Lightning is the cheapest card. Council Judgment is the most flexible. I think I'm going to take the Council Judgment here, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that. Nice answer to Planeswalkers, and a good thing to bring back with Mirari Conjecture. Now we can pick up probably Recruiter of the Guard. Right now it gets Looter, Seasoned Pyromancer, which is it. If we somehow wheel the Kiki, yeah, I think this is better than Banefire or something. Alright, I guess I'll take Soulfire. Figure of Destiny is actually somewhat interesting, but Soulfire Grandmaster is going to be great if we get Time Walk, and I think it's worth taking it for that. Now we can take an Abbot, which is fine anti-aggro card. Sure, and Grass Rampage. Alright, so what is this deck missing? We're a little bit light on the blue. I would love to get some blue cards to fuel the Force of Negation. Some cantrips would be nice. Ooh, Hallowed Fountain versus Factor Fiction is really tough. I think I just gotta take that Hallowed Fountain here. We have 16 spells that I really want to cast or play. Yeah, we gotta go with this. It is very unfortunate because Factor Fiction would be perfect for this deck. Fuels the Mirari Conjecture, it's card draw, which relied on into blue card to force. But yeah, we just gotta take the Fountain here. Ooh, love that. There's also Duretti, Jite, but yeah, definitely taking Jace. That is perfect. Alright, the best card in this pack is Thoughtseize or Balance, but I don't think we're a Thoughtseize or Balance deck. I guess we could be a Balance deck. But I think we should just take the Spire Bluff Canal here. Yeah, I really, really want to have that good fixing. Now we can take Impulse. That's pretty perfect. It's not like an amazing card, but it's good with Mirror Conjecture, and it's a blue card to force. Yeah, we'll go with that. Ooh, Steam Vents versus Miscalc. Firebolt's also reasonable, but I think we got to take the Steam Vents here. Our fixing is getting decent, though, and we don't have counter magic, really. See, right now we have, what, 18 spells? And we don't have any fetches to get this. Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Miscalc here. Our fixing is already pretty good, and really, I cannot be overstated how important it is to have, like, early counter magic. Now we can pick up Time Warp, I think, which is good with the Mirror Conjecture and our Planeswalkers. I still don't think I'm going to go with a Soulfire combo. I mean, we have it now, but that costs 9 mana. And if you have 9 mana and your opponent can't kill a 2-2 and you're taking an extra turn, you probably don't need that combo to win. Trinket Mage doesn't do anything, but P and Kieran Lar is actually a really nice pickup. Pretty happy to get that one. It is, I mean, you can see we have double blue, double white, and double red, so that's a little dicey. We're not really an upheaval deck. Do we have any need for the Marsh Flats? Not at the moment. I don't want Pyretic Ritual or Soulscar Mage. No, definitely not an upheaval deck. I think I'm going to take this just in case we, like... I can't even think of something we could get, but I guess we could, like, maybe need Engrass Rampage against, like, a Tinker Inkwell Leviathan deck or something. Is Torrential Gearhulk good in this deck? Not really. We don't have, like, Factor Fiction. It's really just burn. So I think I take Wear and Tear over Embereth Shieldbreaker. Yeah, I'll go with this. Kitchen Finks is really good in some matchups. The double white could be a bit awkward. I don't think we have enough creatures for GT. Turnabout's not good. Although it's an okay sideboard option against Sneak Attack, but it's still not great. I guess it's really Finks versus Felidar Retreat. I think I like the Finks a little bit more. Okay, I'll take Avalanche Riders. This is a good sideboard card against really greedy mana bases. Storm Hate. Ooh, Firebolt's actually a really good wheel. Very happy to get that. That actually fills out our deck perfectly. Ooh, we actually might play Lapse of Certainty. Okay, so right now we would make one cut. How good? Recruiter's probably the cut, actually. This card is not really good for us. If we had, like, Snapcaster Mage or something, that'd be one thing, but I guess it does get P and Kieran Alar and Seasoned Pyromancer. But it's just a little bit slow. And white is our splash color, so I don't really... Yeah, I think that's probably the cut. I'd rather have the Lapse than the Recruiter. So if we did this and ran 10 basics, how would that look? So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources. That's not great. I would prefer one more. I definitely can't cut one. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems fine, I think. Although we do have some early red plays we want. And then for white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to cut 1 plains for 1 island. I guess let's sort by color, but I think we want the island. Yeah, we're heaviest blue. All right, sounds good. We'll do it like this. We could have some mana difficulties with all the double colored cards. I still think we want these 2 red cards. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I think we have good interaction. We're a little light on counter magic, but we have some. And we have Fractured Identity, which is just amazing. So I'll see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against CV Usek. We are on the draw, unfortunately, and our hand is close. If we draw 1 land, we can cycle Miscalc, but we have 4 4-drops in our hand. This is very close. I think I gotta ship this. Okay, this hand I like a lot. We can put back the Mirari Conjecture. That's a late game card. And we have great mana and 3 cheap pieces of interaction. So we don't have a way to like pull ahead, but I like this hand a lot. Okay, I'm going to lead on, I guess, Vista. If we play Island, that turns off the possibility of turn 2 Helix, which we might want. Whoa, Plateau and Watergrave, okay. Alright, Island pass. No play, not even land. Alright. Seems pretty good to me. Plateau pass. So looking like we might end up getting planes with this Gideon, which means we don't have double red for Seasoned Pyromancer or Pia and Kieran Lar. But that's fine. I'm not going to play a spell as long as they're just discarding hand size. Wow, Lapse of Certainty is actually insane here. I gotta say, I was not expecting to see a double green card get discarded there. Sakura Tribe Elder, huh? Would I rather Miscalc that or Lapse of Certainty it? I think I'm going to Lapse of Certainty it. Miscalc will still be live later, and this means that we know they won't draw land next turn. Alright, Gideon. This is a very fast clock. They have 1 turn to resolve something, but they're just going to resolve the Sakura Tribe Elder almost definitely. Which means that we can just untap and hold up Miscalc and start hitting for 7. So far, we're mono-white control. Alright, well, I'm just going to play land. No real value in plussing Gideon here because they can just block with the Sakura Tribe Elder and then sack it. So we'll chip for 2. Yep, and then make another 2/2. Which does mean it's a 2-turn clock. We have 9 damage on board. Opponent drew another forest, so they do have a lot of mana now. Golos. Not surprised they have that. I think it is worth miscalculating, though. We have many ways to kill it in hand, but the land could be pretty annoying. Impulse. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to fetch first because I don't want to put the bad cards back in the deck. And I guess we have double white and double red. I'm just going to grab another island then so we can have double blue available. A Johnny Vengeance seems great here. Yeah, I'll go with the Johnny. Those were all very good cards, though. I'm sad they're all on the bottom. Cast this. And I think we just shut down their blue source. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So it's going to be hard for them to come back from this. They need a good answer to one of our Planeswalkers. They could go like Island Fractured Identity. Okay, if they're just playing Elvish Mystic, that's not going to get there. Two elves. Okay, we still have lethal through this. Yeah, so we just go kill off one of these things with this, abrade the other one, plus this and hit for 9. All right, sweet. Very good start. So they're like base green Golos, I guess. Interesting. Do we want a board sweeper? I think we do. I think we want both of these, actually. Okay, what do we not want here? This is a lot of burn, but I think that's good. Lapse of Certainty seems fine. I think we want all our Planeswalkers. We could cut the Mirari Conjecture, which might be a little too slow on the draw. Although it is good. And it's especially good, like, if you just rebuy your board sweepers, that's very good against green decks. You could probably cut Wear Tear. I think just having a braid is enough. And then Looter Core does die to the 2 sweepers we just brought in, but it's a blue card, and I don't really want my blue card count to be any lower. I do want the Signet. I think I want all the burn. I guess I will just cut the Looter. Because on turn 2, we're probably going to want to be using a burn spell most games, and I don't really want to be like playing a turn 3 or turn 4 Looter. Okay. Awkward that we don't have double white, but I'm going to keep it on the strength of the Day of Judgment and hope we draw into some white mana. Okay, well, I don't really love drawing a land, but if we're going to draw a land, at least it's a white one. So we have turn 4, Day of Judgment ready to go. Basalt Monolith. Okay, well, maybe we do want the Wear Tear. Oh, that was a great draw. I mean, it is just more mana, so we do need to draw some non-mana at some point, but it's a nice accelerant. Now, the Basalt Monolith is scary. They could just go like Karn Liberated here or something. There's a lot of things they could play that would kill us. Thieving Skydiver? Ooh. That's not the end of the world, but it's a little annoying. Oof. I'm going to save that for Brainstorm and just play the Fume Roll. Actually, we have Jace and Brainstorm. Yeah, we definitely want to save this fetch. So play 5 1-mana Elves this turn. Okay, don't care about that. Well, it's not enough to merit this Day of Judgment yet. I hope they have like one big creature payoff, and that's all they have. We'll take 3, which is not too bad. Gideon. Okay, we'll play that. If they can kill our 2/2 and they don't sack the Sakura Tribe, they could potentially kill this Gideon. But Gideon into Day of Judgment seems very strong. They can hit the Gideon for 2 in the air. We can't do. Okay, so it looks like Gideon will survive. And also, if we can go Time Warp with a Gideon and play, that would be really good. So they're missing black mana for Golos. That's it. Four mana, including double blue. Felidar Retreat. Okay, that does not seem very scary. We can just make 2/2s with Gideon. So Gideon takes 2. And then do we want a Day of Judgment here? I don't really want my Gideon to just die to the Thieving Skydiver. We could plus the Gideon, but then if they draw a land and make it put a +1/+1 counter on everything, we still lose the Gideon. I think I'm still going to go for the plus here. If they kill the Gideon, they kill the Gideon. That's not the end of the world. And the upside here is very, very high. If we can go like lapse your play, untap Day of Judgment. Drug a Tree Speaker. That is fine with me. We could Lapse of Certainty just like make their draw step a brick. Okay, that's a little sad. So they do get to kill our Gideon. Maybe I should have just Time Warped last turn, actually. Yeah, I should have Time Warped. All right, Gideon dies. We could block one of the things with the Wandering Fume roll, but that doesn't really accomplish much. I guess, yeah, we could trade our Knight for their Cat Beast, which maybe would have been good, but I don't think that'll matter. And they just level this up a bunch of times, sure. Not really what we wanted to see. I'm going to hold off on the... part of me wants to just Time Warp now, actually. But no, I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. We're just not under really much pressure. We can block the creatures fairly effectively. And we're taking 3 a turn from the Thieving Skydiver, which is fine. Okay, so they should probably put a +1/+1 counter on everything. So I'll animate this because it's a better blocker than the other one. Block 3 power creature and that, and then take 7. Or take 7. Okay, I think it was right to wait. As a result of waiting, we took 7 damage, but then killed an extra 2/2, and I think that's a worthwhile trade for us. Geez, lots of mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can hold up Lapse of Certainty. We do need to draw some action, but we're in a good spot. We have a solid hand. We have plenty of mana, including 2-man lands. Search for Tomorrow. I'm just going to Lapse of Certainty that. It just bricks their next draw step. I mean, it's like a 2/2, so it's not a complete brick, but it's pretty bad for them. Lapse of Certainty, better than a counterspell there. Worth noting. Ooh. Okay, so we can go Time Warp ourselves. And now we could just play the Seasoned Pyromancer now. Or we could untap and try and get a little bit more. I think I'm going to actually wait. Yeah, we're just going to go with this. We fetch here, grab a Hallowed Fountain, and then take our new turn, and hopefully draw a spell, and then we can play Seasoned Pyromancer with no cards in hand. Oof. I'll just cycle this. Actually, no, we can just discard that to the Pyromancer. That seems fine. We make an extra 1/1, which is not nothing. Okay, we know they're drawing Search for Tomorrow. We could counter it, but I don't think that's necessary, so I'll just animate this and hit. Teferi. That's a great draw. We can bounce their dude. We could also take our Signet back, but I don't think that really accomplishes anything. We could even bounce our own Pyromancer, but I think it's just best to go with this line. Pia and Kieran Alar. All right, well, things are coming together. Like, yeah, you could say we're getting lucky draws, but we also have gone through so many lands that it's like pretty likely that we'd find some gas. So we hit for 3 and hold up Pia and Kieran activation or Force of Negation. Seems pretty hard for them to come back here. I mean, they have a ton of mana, so they could just go like Rakdos, or no, yeah, with a Force Engaged. I think we're pretty well insulated. I guess they could go like Niv Mizzet into a bunch of new cards, and that could be a problem. Well, that's really bad, actually. They can play that and then immediately activate it. So that's a big problem. And it even makes it 2/2. Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they don't even need to use their Ancient Tomb. Colonnade. Okay, so that can block our flyers. All right, what do you got? Wow, that's good. We can force negation the Time Warp, but that's very bad for us. They can play Urza, and then start spinning the Urza or the Golos. Yeah, we're actually just solidly behind now. I thought we were in like an unlosable position, and now we're losing. So the manlands are completely shut down now. Man, this is they put all of this on the board this turn. That's crazy. Threw a counterspell too. So we need to find a way to kill the Golos ASAP. We can hit them for 2 in the air. I really wish we had a Celestial Colonnade of our own. They're at a virtual 7 and then 5 because of the Thopters. Ooh, that's really good. We could bounce the Construct or Brainstorm. The Construct really doesn't do that much. It represents a mana, but I think that's worth it to Brainstorm here. All right. Give me something good. Oh, actually, this was a bad play. We definitely should have just bounced the Seasoned Pyromancer. Although we drew some really good cards. So, I think we want to go with the Abrade on the Golos here. So I'll put back Impulse, a Johnny Vengeant. I'll just do this now. Destroy target artifact. Golos is quite a bit scarier than Urza. 7 mana for 3 cards versus 15 mana for 3 cards. I guess we couldn't even kill the Urza if we wanted to also. That doesn't do anything. Oh, it does actually. They could, yeah, they can untap their monolith. Touche, opponent. So hit you for 2 in the air. We could attack with the 2/2/2s as well. Then they can kill off one of them and trade it with a cat. That doesn't seem worth it. They can just animate Colonnade and kill our Jace, actually, I guess, which is sort of bad. But if they do that, we're getting really close to just killing them because we know we have a Johnny Vengeance on top. So that's 7 points of burn. Or, yeah, we can kill them if we get in one more attack with the Thopters. They spin the Urza and hit. Oh, man. That's really scary, actually. Did they whiff? Wow. That's rough. You animate the Colonnade. Okay, I think we should be able to win this. They can animate their Colonnade again on defense, but they would have to pay 2 life for it, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, so we should be able to kill them here. Oh, I forgot to plus the fairy last turn. I don't think that matters, but it should be at 2 right now. So I'm not going to fire off a Thopter at them this turn. I will plus here, even though I don't think it matters. And then attack for 2 in the air. They probably should pay 2 life to animate the Colonnade. It cost them 1 damage this turn, but it also can make them kill a Thopter, although we can also throw the Thopter at their face. If they had 1 more mana, we would actually be in a really tough spot. But because they have to use the Ancient Tomb, I think we're good to go. Unless they have a really good draw step. So Pianker and Lar sack to shoot you. Oh wait, can we just kill them right here? Yeah, we can. We have exactly enough mana. So we go to 4. A Johnny Vengeance puts them to 1, and then we sack the Thopter. Alright, sweet. So I thought we were in an unlosable position. Then they top decked Golos and sort of went off, but we had the counterspell for their take an extra turn card, and we were able to just sneak in enough damage. If they had a few more draw steps, that things could. Oh, we did have fractured identity. Oh wow. Hard to say if like both players started at 30 life. It's hard to say who would have won this game. I think we would have, but it's a little bit close. But as it was, we are 1-0. I will see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2 against Solomon Wolf. We are on the play, which is excellent, and our hand is also excellent. Oh, this might be my first time ever resolving a Mirari conjecture. Pretty excited about that possibility. So I'm going to lead on this Firebluff Canal. If they have Wasteland, they have Wasteland. Island go. All right. Ooh. Well, now I want to draw Plains, but I'm still going to fetch a Plains before casting the Gideon here because being able to play a turn 2 or turn 3 Gideon would be so strong. They have a Signet of their own. We don't draw the white source. So I guess we just go blow up your Signet and pass holding up Impulse. I don't really want to Impulse for a Plains. We can do that if we need to, but it's not ideal. Dak. Ooh. That's really bad. So we play the Impulse, hopefully a white source. Pia and Kieran Alar versus Teferi. I think I'm just going to take the Pia here. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Teferi is actually... Teferi could bounce our Signet and then we could replay it. But I think pressure, like putting pressure on the board is really valuable here. They discard 2 lands. Okay. Pretty big turn here. If they can neutralize our board, we'll be in bad shape because they do have card advantage over us right now. Thran Dynamo. Whoa. Lodestone Golem. Actually, that's not scary at all. So we strike down this Lodestone Golem. Yeah, that was actually... I mean, the Thran Dynamo is scary because it could represent a lot of different things, but we can kill their board. So that at Dak, and then these 2 at them. Okay, so you got, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, 4 cards. What can you do? Jeez. Well, pretty annoying to draw an island and still not have double white. We could play the Mirari Conjecture, but we don't have a sorcery yet. I think I'm actually just going to animate the Wandering Fumarole and attack with everything. So they take 8, and we pass. Treachery of the Pia and Kieran Alar. That's bad, I guess. It's not the end of the world, but it's pretty bad because they can start sacrificing these artifacts to kill our Thopters and also our Fumarole if we animate that. They have another play too. Please just be sacking one of your artifacts. Ooh, that's bad. Jeez, they really got to stop having plays. Treachery into Pyromancer into another 5-drop. into a 6-drop. What 6-drop could we beat here? I guess Mindslaver would be pretty bad. For them, like, we could beat a Mindslaver. Oh, we could maybe beat a Stonecoil Serpent. Rakdos' return. Well, there goes our hand. There's our white source. That's very frustrating. We just animate the Fumarole. Attack with everything. I guess they could just... maybe, yeah, animating the Fumarole actually doesn't make sense here, because I'm not going to trade it with the Pyromancer, so they can just block. Yeah, so we should have just left this back on defense. Play the Marsh Flats and pass. I think if we had drawn this white source earlier, we could have won with the Gideon, but now it's going to be very, very hard. We don't have, like, Banefire or anything like that, and they're ahead on cards, they're way ahead on mana. They can start shooting down all our stuff with the Pia. Chromox is still fine, just as a shock. Gonna fetch up the Hallowed Fountain here. All right. Oh, I guess we could draw a Fracture. Yeah, Fracture Identity on the Treachery. No, that wouldn't even do anything. Yeah, Fracture Identity is shockingly bad here. Dang. If it wasn't for that one Treachery, we'd actually be in okay shape. But as it is, it'll be tough. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We can kill their Pia and Karen Alar. We'll start by attacking for 2 in the air. They'll probably shoot them both. Interesting, just taking 1. Okay, sure. I'm going to kill this now so that they, Although, no. We should just upkeep this. And so now we're basically just top decking, but we have a Fumarole. I guess Fumarole's not great against the Pyromancer. They're ahead here, but it's close. Alright, we lose our Thopter. At least we got the 1 free point of damage. Ooh, Fractured Identity would be so nice here. Just to, like, we get to draw 2 cards, exile this so they don't get to make tokens, and yeah, that would be really sweet. No attack, of course. Control magic. I guess I'll go for it. We're 1 damage shy of having lethal now next turn. They can kill this in response, and then they can just make 1/1s, but I think it is worth it to do this rather than just hold. When they have this much mana, and they're playing things like Threatened Dynamo and Grim Monolith in their deck, I really don't want to give them a bunch of draw steps. Okay, they just play a Signet. Force of Negation. I'm still gonna... Yeah, oh, well, huh. We could hold the Force up. We don't have lethal this turn either way. So we could attack for 2 and then have lethal next turn. But I think it's correct just to go for the attack here. Put them to 1. We have a lot of burn in our deck. So if they're at 1, then it's going to be... Even if they draw, like, Upheaval or something, we have a lot of good plays we can make. Or, like, good things we can draw into. Alright, Thoughtseize. So that kills them, but they get to gain the information that we have Force of Negation in our deck. So they're playing, like, Grixis artifacts with, like, Grixis artifact control. Dak Faden is good to know about in terms of our artifacts. I kind of want to just cut the Signet now. Yeah, that seems fine. We can cut Signet and bring in Kitchen Finks. Do we want Avalanche Riders? Probably not. They have so much artifact mana. Yeah, I think we'll try it like this. Do we want another white source, though? We did just lose a blue and red source. Yeah, I think I can cut 1 island and bring these planes back in now. And Kitchen Finks isn't, like, amazing, but I think it's good enough, and I think it's better than our other options here. All right, great hand. We can get red-white with this. And so we have all our colors. We have a turn 2 play. We have Teferi. And, of course, our best card in our deck. I guess I'll lead on planes. Again, keep the Lightning Helix available if we need it. Rakdos Signet, okay. So not the best drop, but we'll play Island Go and hold up Impulse. Jeez. Well, they got Signets over there, that's for sure. Hopefully they don't have many payoffs. Impulse hits. Council's Judgment seems really good here. Yeah, we'll go with Council's Judgment. These are all honestly fine, other than the planes, but we'll go with this. And then I'm just going to play Teferi and bounce one of these things. They can kill it with the Lava Claw Reaches, but that's not that bad. We're still getting to draw a card, and it's a good tempo play. And I will bounce their double on Color Signet, I guess. All right, that was a slightly weird play. I think they should have just attacked with the Lava Claw Reach. It cost 2 more mana, but they have extra mana here. So, yeah, that was definitely a misplay. We can play... That was a great draw, though. We can play a Johnny and keep their Lava Claw tap down. And they just used Angrath's Rampage, so they're somewhat unlikely to have another, like, clean answer to a Planeswalker. Oh, Rakdos' return would be really bad here. Wormcoil Engine would not be bad. Do we want to Fractured Identity that or Council's Judgment it? I think I'd rather just Fractured Identity it. So we can go land, Fractured, and keep their Lava Claw tapped down again. They could go Dak and steal the Wormcoil, I guess, which would be really annoying. But we could then just Council Judgment it, and it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Signet number 4. They have so much artifact mana. Well, we're getting somewhat close to the Ajani Ultimate. Keep that tapped down. Jam Kitchen Finks. Play our tapped land and hit for 6. That does give them double blue, so that we could keep their Spire Bluff Canal tapped down. That's actually pretty close. I think I'm still going to go with the Lava Claw Reaches, though. They can pump a lot of mana into this. And we could leave Kitchen Finks back to block, but I think I'd rather get some damage in here. Oh, wait. We actually just have lethal. Oh, yeah. So we probably should have just... whoops. We should have just minus the Johnny there, but doesn't matter. We can go Mountain and Firebolt you. All right. Very smooth. We are 2-0-4-0. This deck is running on all cylinders right now. I'll see you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals against the Scuba 96. We are on the play, which is excellent. And our hand is great. Yeah, this is actually a phenomenal hand. Turn 2 Helix into Teferi into Gideon. Feels like constructed. Oh, we're missing double white again, which is annoying, but hopefully we can find it off of our draw steps in the Teferi draw. Elvish Mystic. No, sir. Ooh. Oh, yeah, still definitely just killing the Mystic. We don't have a 4-drop we want to play next turn that Signet enables. Don't play another one. Okay, good. So we can go Island to Fairy, bounce your thing. And then they can replay next turn, but then hopefully they won't have a play that actually impacts the board, and we can hold up our counter magic. Fauna Shaman. Okay, that can kill... Ooh, alright, well, yeah, now we'll definitely just jam the Gideon. That was a great draw. And they missed a land drop, too, so that really limits the scariness of the things they could do next turn. Pass back to the opponent. Alright, now we can just hold up counter magic. Do we play the Signet? I don't think it's worth it to play the Signet. That means we can't play both counter spells, and I doubt we'll need them both, but there's just not really any incentive to play the Signet. And there is a potential world where it hurts us. And I will attack with a knight here. The other knight's doing plenty on defense. Next turn we could cast the Teferi to bounce one of their things and draw another card. But I kind of want to keep it around, even though the static ability is a lot less good against mono green than it is in many other matchups. But they're not really pressuring. I mean, there's a chance we could even draw 3 cards off the Teferi. Ooh, that's bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana now. Biogenic Ooze. Well, I guess I'll lapse this. So, ooh, that was an amazing draw. Wow. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely just do that. So, I think I'd rather still make another 2/2 than attack. We can plus. I was probably gonna just cash in the Teferi there because then we could potentially miscalc their thing. But now we can just we can really do it all. Play out the Signet and then play Time Warp. Guess I'll attack first for 4. And now they might have to chump block. We can hit them for 11. Yeah, we could. Well, we could animate the Funeral. Yeah, that seems worth it. So we'll bounce their Elves of Deep Shadow. Because otherwise they would just chump block with it. Oh, wow. Okay, I mean, that can rebuy Time Warp. We could also just Helix their Fauna Shaman. I think Helixing their Fauna Shaman is the right play here. No miscalc, but it still takes them off of mana. Give me back that Helix. Doesn't really matter which one we kill because they'll... Actually, I guess it could. Yeah, we'll kill the Arbor Elf. I don't care at all if they trade off with a Knight. It would be sort of nice if we had one more land, but it doesn't really matter. Animate and attack with everything. Alright, so they go to 3. We can get back our Time Warp next turn. They can get a creature here. But with 3 mana and at 3 life, I really don't think there's anything that could get them out of this. Biogenic... What? Didn't they already have Biogenic Ooze in their hand? Oh, right. No, we put it back on top, though. Okay, yeah. It's not a remand. Llanowar Elves is free in the mana department. But yeah, they can't beat this Time Warp next turn. Alright, sweet. So playing against mono green. That's good information because we can bring in our anti-creature package. Day of Judgment and Pyroclasm both seem great. Avalanche Riders can kill Gaia's Cradle, but I think it's going to be a little too slow, especially on the draw. What do we not want? I don't think we need Wear Tear. PN Kieran seems good. I do think the Mirage Conjecture rebuying removal is good. I'm just going to cut the Looter again. I think Lapse of Certainty is worth keeping. Although it's worse on the draw. But yeah, this seems fine. We'll submit like this. All right, here we are for the finals. This hand is so close to being good, but it has so many fives. But it also has really good fives, and the Council Judgment is good against their scary draws. Oof. I think I'm going to ship it. We have no interaction early at all. Ooh, this is a little bit ugly, but I'm going to keep it. Put back an island. Hard to say if that first hand would have been better. If they don't have a play on turn 1, that helps it. Okay, I'm going to play this out because I actively want them to wasteland me. Channel. Ooh. Alright, well. Our hand was bad. This game is over. We don't really have any answers to channel. I mean, we have some kind of magic. Oh, Karn. That is maybe beatable, although honestly probably not. Or give them a forest, I guess. Six mana Wormcoil. Oh, that's still maybe beatable. Like, if we had a really good draw, we could beat that turn 2, even without a counterspell. But we have a really bad draw, so I don't know if it's going to be feasible. Tracker is good with these constructs. It makes a lot of artifacts that pump them up. Well, that looks like a good draw, but they can basically just kill us, right? Actually, yeah, they have lethal on board. Yeah, all right. So, a little bit of a route there, but we still can get there in game 3. Do we want to make any changes in light of channel? I don't think so. I don't think we need Wear Tear, even though they do have some artifacts. I kind of want to bring in the Looter again. It's better on the play. I think I'm going to bring in the Looter and cut the Signet. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's fine. Signet has sort of underperformed, honestly, even though it was our first overall pick. All right, this hand is good. We don't have a blue card to pitch to the Force of Negation, but that's fine. Turn 2, or probably not turn 2, but Pyroclasm available when we need it. And we have Lapse of Certainty is funny against Channel. Elves of Deep Shadow. I don't think I'm going to Pyroclasm that. Okay, that's good. Now we have a blue card to pitch to the Force. Sylvan Library. That's actually really good. I think that is worth forcing. I really don't like making this play, but they can draw so many cards with that. So we'll go Lapse their play, basically no matter what it is, into Gideon. That seems pretty good. It's awkward that Pyroclasm kills the Gideon dudes. Nissa. I think it is worth just lapsing this. Slow them down a bit. If that was a hard counter, then I wouldn't do this. Ooh. Jace bounce your elf. Actually, I'm just going to Jace Brainstorm. Actually, no, I think bouncing the elf actually is worth it here. If they're just playing Nissa, if they're just playing Nissa, it doesn't matter, but they could easily have a 5-drop that we need to deal with. So they play Elves, play Land, play Nissa. Then we Pyroclasm that all away and Brainstorm. Probably. We could also just play Gideon, but that gives them 3 extra mana. I think cutting them off to 3 mana is worth it. So Brainstorm. we can hold up miscalc, which is really nice. So we'll put back land Gideon. Actually, if we want to hold up lightning strike, we need to play the marsh flats to get red. Oh wait, no, we don't need to. It's fine though. We don't need lightning strike. So put back marsh flats Gideon. Play pyroclasm. Drop the hallowed fountain and pass holding up miscalc. And now Guy's Cradle doesn't even add mana. Yeah, this looks like a great situation for us. No play. Interesting. Okay, so we brainstorm again. Put back 2 lands. And we can play Gideon holding up miscalc now. Oh. Slight misplay here. I don't think it'll matter, but we should have tapped our hallowed fountain because marsh flats can no longer get red. The only red source that it can grab is plateau. Eureka. Ooh, yeah, definitely gotta counter that one. I don't know what they're putting into play, but I don't wanna know. Seemed like you made a miscalculation when you thought you had your Eureka moment. And that might even draw a concession. It probably won't, but I do think it mostly ends the game because now they're on a fast clock. I guess we don't have any real interaction, but hopefully Jace can fix that. Okay. So put back Control Magic, Council Judgment, land, and I'm just going to hit for 7 here. Get that clock going. Okay, so that resolves, and then we'll just abrade the dude immediately. All right, sweet. So this was our deck. It was really, really sweet. We were able to get the trophy, which is always nice. We had some good cheap interaction, pretty good fixing. We didn't have like a ton of top end cards, but we had enough, and we had a nice set of planeswalkers. We actually never cast Fractured Identity. Oh no, we did steal 1 Worm Coil, but that was fine. And then the Mirari Conjecture was sort of fun. It wasn't a real big player, but it was definitely a solid option. And then it was huge having the anti-creature stuff on the sideboard. I really think that's such an important thing that people underrate. Like, yeah, you don't necessarily want to play Day of Judgment main deck, and it's going to be bad in a lot of matchups, but against like half of decks, it will be your best card. So that's a high pickup that you should prioritize. And yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.